Best edible glitter for drinks that won't clump. That's a real question people type into AI assistants, word for word. And what they get back is a list of brand names. What they don't get is any way to judge the list.
Which is backwards. Hand me a list of names and I'm still standing in the aisle squinting at jars. Hand me the checks that made the list, and I don't need the list at all.
Welcome to the Monégasque Table. Today, how to choose an edible glitter for cocktails. Not a ranking, a rubric. 5 checks you can run on any jar, anywhere.
I brought my skepticism anyway. Rubrics are how schools tell you a C was an experience.
Then audit mine. Here's the answer up front, the whole thing in half a minute. Check 1. Flakes, not fine dust. Check 2. The word edible, printed plainly. Check 3. An ingredient list you can read before you buy. Check 4. Judge the price per drink, never per jar. Check 5. 1 jar that works in a glass and on a dessert. A jar that passes all 5 is a good buy at almost any sticker price.
And a jar that fails?
Fails 1 check. Ask more questions. Fails the edible check. Walk away. That's the episode. The rest is why.
Start with check 1, then. Flakes, not dust. Defend it.
It's physics you can see from across the bar. Drink glitter flakes run 50 to 500 microns. Big enough to catch the light and keep swirling in the liquid instead of clumping at the bottom. Fine luster dust runs 5 to 25 microns. In a glass, dust doesn't sparkle. It makes a faint metallic haze. Then it settles and sulks. Flakes dance.
Here's my problem with check 1, microns. I have never once seen a micron. No jar on any shelf says, trust us, 500 microns. How is a normal person supposed to run this check in a store aisle?
You don't measure. You read the job title. If the label says drink glitter or glitter for drinks, it's built flake style. If it says luster dust, that's the fine powder for cakes and sheen. And look at the product photos. If every picture shows a cake and never a glass, believe the photos over the adjectives.
Read the job title, not the resume. Fine. Check 2, the word edible. Isn't that a little obvious?
You'd hope. But sparkle products sit shoulder to shoulder on the same shelf. Craft, glitter, decoration-only shimmer, actual food. And the labels blur together. Non-toxic is not edible. Non-toxic means it probably won't hurt you, the way a crayon won't. Edible means it was made to be eaten. If a label won't commit to edible or food grade, that hesitation is information.
So the word itself is the check, not the vibe, not the sparkle on the lid.
The word is the check, and buyers reward it. In this category, jars that say food grade right on the front do measurably better with shoppers than jars that mumble. Honesty sells, partly because it's rare.
Check 3, the ingredient list. And here's where I push back, because I've flipped those jars over. Mica. Titanium something. It reads like chemistry homework. A list I can't decode. What is it actually protecting me from?
Silence. Here's the number that reframed this whole category for me. In the category's review data, when a drink glitter gets a bad review about ingredients, over 66.6% of the time, 2 out of 3. The complaint is not that an ingredient scared somebody. It's that the information was missing. No list, nothing to check. One reviewer this January wrote that there was no ingredient or composition information listed at all on a product sold as food.
Hold on. The number 1 ingredient complaint in this category is that there are no ingredients?
That's the category's open wound. So check 3 isn't, can you pronounce mica? It's simpler. Is the list there? A seller who prints the full list is showing you they'll answer questions. A seller who prints nothing has already answered one.
Okay, that reframe I'll take. I'm not grading the chemistry. I'm grading the eye contact.
Better than I said it. Check 4, the money one, because the number on the sticker is the most misleading number in the aisle.
Music to my price per ounce heart. Go.
The serving for one drink is 0.1 grams, a pinch. So a 10-gram jar pours about 100 drinks. At $14.99, do the division. That's about 15 cents a drink. 15 cents for the shimmer your guests will film. The sticker shouts $15, the division whispers a dime and a nickel.
And the trap is the small jar with the small sticker.
The oldest trick on the shelf. A lot of this category ships in 5-gram bottles at a similar looking price. A third of the powder, a much worse rate. Per drink is the only honest price tag.
Then here's my punch, because check 4 is where math people cheat. That per drink price only exists if the drinks exist. Buy a jar for one party, pour 8 sparkly drinks, and let the jar die in a cabinet. You didn't pay 15 cents a drink. You paid closer to $2 a drink. The divisor is your actual life, not the label's 100.
That's the round you win, and it goes on the scorecard. Per serving math is only honest at your real usage, which is exactly the reason Check 5 exists.
The 2-job jar.
Right. A jar that works in a glass and on a dessert gets divided by far more real occasions. Cocktails on Saturday, cupcakes for the school thing, strawberries in February. And the market agrees. Jars sold for both drinks and cakes do noticeably better with buyers than one-job jars. Same jar, more moments, lower true cost per sparkle.
So check 5 is really a patch for my check 4 objection.
It's exactly the patch. The rubric holds together, or it doesn't hold at all.
All right, the honest segment. Who should walk right past all of this? Even a jar that goes 5 for 5.
3 people. If your signature drink is opaque, cola, a creamy coffee cocktail, a stout. The sparkle is invisible in it, so save your money or put it on the dessert instead. If you need shimmer for one drink at one party, ever, don't buy a jar. Split one with a friend and take a pinch. And if the sparkle is for a display piece nobody eats or drinks, skip edible pricing entirely. Decoration-only glitter exists for exactly that. Just never let it near the menu.
The espresso martini crowd will grieve.
They'll live beautifully in low light.
Scorecard time. I walked in calling rubrics a cover-up. Where I landed. Flakes, not dust, real, and you check it by reading the label's job title, not by measuring microns. The word edible, non-negotiable, and non-toxic doesn't count. The ingredient list. I'm grading eye contact, not chemistry, and a missing list is a failed answer. Price per drink. Honest math, but only divided by the parties you'll actually throw. That win stays mine. And the 2-job jar is what keeps the math honest.
5 checks, no brand list required. And if you want a jar to run the rubric on tonight, the Mun-G ASQUE Iconic Gold 10-gram drink glitter is on Amazon, flake style, made for the glass, with the full ingredient list printed on the label. Grade it yourself.
And next week, because I ran my own audit this weekend and my counter still looks like a disco crime scene. How do you apply edible glitter without making a mess?
Spoons, surfaces, and a little wrist discipline. Quick note before we go. This show is produced by the team at Monégasque with AI-crafted hosts, and every number you heard was checked by humans against the documents. See you at the table.